updated when the podcast will continue.
So we're back. Technical difficulties were going on. So if you're watching the first video and it cuts off at 11 minutes and not like 30 or an hour, that is why.
That is why.
I completely forgot to put go into there and slide some stuff over. So apparently that's what's going on. And if it stops recording again, I'm going to have to take about a month break and get a new laptop. Because it's going to hit the wall.
You see the conditions I'm forced to work under?
Yes.
He can't even get his stuff right in the freaking laptop.
Yes, in the conditions of me going on all social media, shall say.
Hey, I've only got one social media, but I do go on there.
Yep, that is true.
I go on there and post the crap out of that.
Yeah. So
like,
without
hey, have
further
you checked out the podcast yet? Here it is again.
And again and again.
That link has been put on there. How many have we done? 4?
At least.
Yeah.
What, videos?
This is,
No,
well, no
more
episodes.
than that.
This is the 5th episode.
This is not the 5th episode.
Yeah, because the first 2 were in 2 parts.
Oh,
One
yeah,
episode.
that's right. So, I mean, I guess I still consider them 2 episodes.
Yeah.
But I guess it could just be one big episode.
We were even on there saying it was a 2-part episode.
True.
So, like, yeah.
So, whatever this could be.
I consider them still, I don't know, you can do whatever you
Vincent,
want.
Yeah.
You have your own
Stop messing with my brain.
Sometimes brain.
Sometimes I think you have pregnancy brain.
You know what? That's crazy because I've never been pregnant. So that would be an interesting one.
Yes.
No,
you're pregnant? Nope.
I just have zoning out brain. That's all it is. It doesn't have to be anything special. That's all it is.
Just permanent sleep brain.
Yeah, permanent sleep. Dr. Sleep.
Yes. Which also is a good movie.
Also is a great movie.
Oh.
You know what? We need to do Stephen King movies.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I want to cover It.
Oh yeah.
And
there's so much It to cover because there's 2 of them.
Yeah, and whenever it comes out in October,
they finally said
Welcome to
October.
Dairyland.
I know, because like forever I was watching the trailers and they'd say coming soon. I'm like, when is soon, bro?
Yeah.
And finally the other day I saw the new one. It said October, and I'm like, okay, well there's no day yet, but at least there's a month now.
Yep.
So
Yep. Absolutely. So it's like, all right, cool. Now we have some kind of thing to look forward to finally.
I know I'm gonna have to pay for Max just so I can watch it because I've been waiting for that forever. There's no way I'm not watching it.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty. It looks cool.
I know.
It looks really
It
good.
looks so good.
Especially with like the multiple mirrors, and she comes in there with the white dress.
Yeah.
And she's just like,
And
poosh,
it's like,
poosh,
I love
and then
that
just sits
effect
there.
with those mirrors that do that.
Yeah.
I know.
Like
And then the thing like smacks her face on the thing.
Yeah.
Oh
and
my
that just
God.
reminds me of It Chapter 2, and he's just like gunk.
Oh yeah, when
gunk.
they're in like the funhouse thing.
Yeah, and the kid's in there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
not gonna say anything else, but
trying to get the kid.
yeah.
Well, you know, if you haven't seen that by now, it's been like 5 years. So
Yeah, you're gonna have to make that part of your
it's your problem.
routine as well.
I'll go a couple years without spoiling movies, but then after that, it's like, dude, that's your problem.
You had enough time. I know.
Okay.
So,
How about we get to Miss Balk?
Yep, only 15 minutes later. So, she was born on May 21st, 1974 in Point Reyes, California.
Yep.
To Solomon Feldhaus, born David Earl Scaff, 1940 to 2021, a musician, and Catherine Balk, 1944 to 2018, a belly dancer. So interesting.
I did get that the mom was a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't actually. That's interesting that you found the dad's actual name, because I did. I found the Solomon, whatever that word is.
Solomon Feldhaus?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, and you know what I found out is, so basically what's the name Fairuza is one of Persian origin, meaning turquoise.
Huh.
So that's kind of where they came up with her name, and her father gave her the name of the color of her eyes. And Feldhaus was actually one of the founding members of the 1960s psychedelic rock group Kaleidoscope.
Really?
Yeah, I've never heard of that before.
Cool.
And that's, so I'm like, okay.
I've heard of Kaleidoscope. I'm pretty sure my mom mentioned that before.
I'm sure.
Because that was like kind of when she was like into that whole time. She's born in 68, so.
Oh, okay, yeah. And my dad was born in 58.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering if he ever had a chance to listen to them. I mean, I know that I think they started in 1967.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't really last a whole bunch. I mean, I think they did like 4 years, and that was about it. I mean, that just kind of...
You know, it always depends on how much time you spend, doing acid.
Right, yeah.
And then how much you do at one time, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, a psychedelic rock group,
that
after
can
a while...
give you, right.
It could
depend on how much longevity you have, because... I mean, I've never done that before, but I hear that it will, like, just completely just knock you out, so...
Yeah.
It depends on how much of that was happening.
I mean, I've hung out with friends back in the past where he's like, hey, you want to come over and hang out with some friends of mine? And I'm like, yeah. Little did I know that they're already on acid by the time I got into the room.
Lovely.
And they're just like, hey. And there's one dude like scratching at the walls and another person on something else doing some freaky stuff. And I was like, I don't feel safe in this place.
I've heard some stories again from my mom who dropped acid a few times in the 70s or early 80s, late 70s or whatever. And she was telling me all about it because I've never done it before.
Right.
And I never will, so.
Yeah, it's just crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So, he was one of the founding members of that group, and then he was also a traveling folk musician, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, that is kind of cool. I mean, she definitely has the musical background because she ends up doing music, too.
Absolutely, yeah, she does.
So,
at the end of things. And I thought it was great that she had that. She totally was fostered in a environment of creativity.
Yeah.
And that was encouraged. In fact, they had her doing I think I read they had her doing violin and piano and horseback riding and singing lesson and acting lessons, all from a really, really young age.
Yeah.
To foster that creativity because they already felt like she was destined for stardom at a young age.
I mean, with all that background of different things, you might as well get thrown right in the group of it,
Right, and she actually, in 1983, when she would have been, I guess, 7 years old, is actually when I found that she started doing, going out for auditions for things and started doing, little tiny, blurbs here and there, whatever. But what actually catapulted this girl into stardom was 1985's the Return to Oz.
Mm-hmm.
The sequel to The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Done by Disney, and she was only 9 years old.
And I know they said also, even before then, until the age of 2, Balk, she lived in Jackson, Michigan with her mother. They then moved to Vancouver, British Columbia, where she began acting at age 6. So kind of around that time you were saying.
I did find Vancouver, yeah. Said that she grew up in Vancouver.
Then they moved to London and then to Paris for another role.
Huh.
So she just kind of went all over the place.
I guess so.
And then they remained there for 6 months before returning back to Vancouver. And then that's what you were saying is that she did the 1983. She also starred in a TV movie, The Best Christmas Pageant Ever.
Oh.
Which then she was only 9 years old.
Yeah.
So went from starting at 6, like you were saying, in 1983, and moving on to the TV movie Christmas Pageant, and while in London, Balk was cast by Disney Productions to star as Dorothy Gale.
Yes.
And like what you were saying.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool.
From that, she attracted a lot of attention. She has said in interviews since, as an adult, since she's revisited that film, that, when she was younger and making the film, she had no idea what a huge impact it would have or what a huge thing that they were making, because she's 9 years old.
Yeah.
You're not, kids aren't going to be thinking, no matter how laser focused she always was, because every director she's ever worked with has said that they're impressed by her focus and her drive and her professionalism, no matter how young she's ever been on a set.
Yeah.
But she said that since she's grown up, she's gotten all kinds of letters from people and all kinds of things coming to her, culminating from what a profound effect that Return to Oz had on them.
Yeah.
When they watched it, and she's it's like discovering a whole new. Discovering that film all over again, even though she was in that film,
Right. Yeah.
She didn't have the the adult perception of it.
Right. Yeah. So that that's a really big thing too. Like Walt Disney Productions' Return of Oz. Gosh, dang.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
You never seen that one?
I don't think so. I've seen The Wizard of Oz, which in 1939.
Yeah.
But the Return to Oz, I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's actually pretty. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but it was pretty good.
See, I've seen Wizard of Oz, and then I seen one that was, I think, just called Oz, which I think has, I want to say James Franco in it.
Oh, Oz the Great and Powerful.
Yeah,
That's the one
is
that has
that
James
yeah
Franco
is
in
that
it.
James Franco?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one was made in the let's see.
About 2010, maybe.
Is it 10 years, 15 years ago? Yeah.
Give or take, yeah. And then, of course, Wicked.
Well, yeah, Wicked is
Wicked's good.
one I've never seen, actually.
You haven't seen Wicked yet?
No.
Oh, man.
There's so much hype around that I kind of tend to do this with a lot of things where there's a huge hype around it, and everybody's just like, oh, God, this is so good, and everyone's just, like, talking it up. I tend to, like, not be on the bandwagon until much later with stuff. This is why I never watched The Walking Dead, and I still haven't watched The Walking Dead.
Oh, man.
Because I was not on the bandwagon for that either.
Oh. I mean, sometimes I guess you might have to get on the bandwagon before the bandwagon leaves completely.
I know it's been certain ones that have happened over the course of my life that I've not been on when they started. For whatever reason or not, and I'm just like, oh, everybody's talking about that. I'm good. And then I'll find it later.
Yeah, and that's kind of like how I feel about certain things too. I mean, if it's something that personally I want to see, then I'll take the time out of my busy schedule or whatever to go see it.
That's what it is. If it's something that like you weren't interested in yourself, and then like you don't have a friend or somebody personally coming and saying, hey, this is awesome, you should check this out. It's just like droves of people like being crazy about it.
Yeah.
And it kind of just makes you want to go, I mean, for me anyway, just like, I might revisit that later, and that's kind of what I'm doing with Wicked right now.
Well, and that's how I felt like when Resident Evil first came out, the very first movie, and
I was on that when that came out.
See, Roger Ebert, the critics were like, oh, it's okay, and blah, blah, and it got like 1.5 stars. And I was like, oh, man, but I like the games, so I'm going to go see it, and ended up liking it a lot.
Right.
And then it just evolved into something I thought was pretty good.
And I mean, the thing that you want to always keep in mind, too, is that, I mean, no matter what comes out, it's not going to be perfect. Yeah. Even if it's perfect to you, it still doesn't mean that it's perfect and somebody else is not going to like it. That's just how it works.
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
There's always going to be critics, and there's going to be some people that, criticize it just to criticize it. They haven't even seen it or don't even care. They're still going to criticize it, so it's,
Right. Yeah.
That's how it's. I mean, you just can't get away from that. So the
the
moral of that story is, make up your own mind, kids.
Yep.
use it, or you're gonna lose it.
Yeah. Don't always listen to critics. Just if it's something that you're interested in.
Oh
seeing,
yeah, critics are definitely not always right. I hardly ever listen to critics about.
For me, I have the 10-minute time frame, so I give something 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And if it hasn't done something for me in 10 minutes, then I'm just not gonna watch it.
That's pretty good.
And so that's kind of how I felt about The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh, I love that movie, though.
Oh, I hated that movie.
Did you see the original or the other one?
No, I saw the other one.
Okay.
So the Marlon Brando and Val Kilmer one.
You should see the original.
Okay.
It's the Marlon Brando Val Kilmer one actually wasn't horrible to me, but I thought which coincidentally Fairuza Balk was in.
Yep. So
it wasn't horrible, but yeah, you should see the original because I mean, like I tell everybody, if there's an original and there's a remake, the original is always going to be better.
Right. Yeah.
Always.
There's not a whole bunch of remakes that are better, I guess you want to say.
There's really not many.
Yeah.
Or even as good as the original.
I mean, off the top of my head right now, I can't really think of anything that's.
The Evil Dead remake.
Oh yeah.
Is right on par, almost surpasses the old one actually, which I didn't think I'd ever say that about the Evil Dead because that's one of my favorite franchises ever. I love that thing. And that was a really good movie. Yeah. I really liked it. And I couldn't believe how good. I went into that just wanting to be like, it's gonna suck. Yeah. I can't believe they remade this. I'm so because I spent all this time going, please don't remake that one. Please don't remake that one. That's Bruce Campbell. Don't remake that one. And sure enough. And they did, and it was great. Yeah. Even with the little changes that they made. Yeah. Different places. Like what I want to call it, like the cleaver that she used. Yeah. What is it? It's not really a cleaver. It's like the. Oh my gosh, why can I not think of it? That electric saw, and she cuts her tongue in half. Yeah.
I was like, what is that?
Dude, there's so much blood in that movie.
Oh my gosh.
Like, and then at
yes.
the end, it like rains blood. Sorry, spoilers for
Yep.
anybody who hasn't seen it. It like rains blood at the end, and which
Yep.
didn't happen in the original, but
And then you have Evil Dead Rising.
yeah,
Isn't that what
Evil
the
Dead
one in
Rise.
the or Rise? In
I
the
saw that one in
apartment?
the theater actually.
Yeah, I did too.
And I was wondering how they were gonna make that one good because they're just stuck in the apartment the entire time.
Yeah,
But
and
they
it's-
actually used the space really well, and like they managed to make it interesting, even though that's the main place they were stuck the whole time. So
right.
no,
yeah,
that
And
one
that
really
was-
impressed me. That one was good.
Yeah, and I know I keep on watching trailers for it, and I'm gonna have to do something about how to, maybe calling in sick or whatever to work. But when the Conjuring Last Rites comes
Oh
out,
my
I
God.
have to see it in
I
the theater.
just saw the new trailer yesterday.
Oh, it looks so good.
Oh my God! So when is that? September 5th.
September 5th, so we're
yeah,
gonna have to make
we should
a-
try to look at
figure
that.
out
Yeah,
that,
because
yeah.
that one I want to do, and then when the Black Phone 2 comes out,
Mhm.
that's gonna be a huge event for me. So I'm gonna like send out an invitation and everything.
Yep,
'Cause
yep.
I've been waiting for that for like 4 years.
So even if it's just me and you going to see The Conjuring, I don't
Hell
care. I
yeah.
have to go see it in theaters.
Hell yeah, dude!
I have to.
Actually, I saw the second one in the theater, and then so the first and the third I didn't see in the theater.
Mm,
Saw the second one in there,
yeah,
and
I mean,
so this one is
it-
gonna be the last one.
last one, yeah. So I was like, well, if it's the last hoorah, I need to go see it.
Yeah, dude.
And
oh my
in
God.
style.
Those movies, just from seeing the second one in the theater, those movies
Yeah.
are meant to be seen in the theater like that in the dark.
And school will be set back in session. Woohoo! So we don't have to worry about no annoying kids.
Right? Well, it'll be one instead of two
right.
at
Yeah.
the moment, right? Because it's just the one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
That'd be okay though.
yeah.
So,
was
her
I?
role led to others after the Wizard of Oz, after the Return to Oz, which includes Mildred Hubble in
Mhm.
The Worst Witch. Have you ever seen that?
I haven't seen that, but you know what?
Mm.
That's I remember I found that too when I was doing the research, and that's crazy that she was in that, and then several years later she ends up being in The Craft. Except
Yeah.
she's like a crazy scary witch.
So it kind of fits.
Yeah.
And the guy that we were talking about, Tim Curry, is in it as well.
Really?
He is.
Oh, I didn't find that.
Yep, I just looked it up actually.
You just looked it up?
Yep.
I was gonna say, how did I not find that?
Right.
Because I was doing that.
So yep,
I mean,
she's
Tim
in
Curry's
that
always
one.
on my radar.
And in 1988, at the age of 14, she moved to Paris to work on Valmont with
Yeah.
Milos Forman.
Mm-hmm.
From there, she decided to actually take correspondent courses and went back to Hollywood, where she gained increasing notice as an actress.
Mm-hmm.
And in 1992, she was awarded an Independent Spirit Award as Best Actress for her performance in the Allison Anders film Gas Food Lodging.
Nice.
Which I read about that because I've never heard of that either.
I never heard of that one either.
And it sounds interesting. So in that one, it's a film that follows a waitress trying to find romance while raising two daughters in a trailer park in a small desert town in New Mexico. So
Kind of sounds like the beginning of No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna say. I was gonna turn that into something smart, but I'm not.
Oh yeah.
Um,
It had to be in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Not Roswell, but
Right. There was a little thing that I found about right after she so after the Return to Oz happened, and it was received very well, and she received all this acclaim and praise for it. She did an interview when she was 11 years old about it, actually, and she told them that she had started to notice that she was being treated differently, and that her friends would constantly ask her things like if she's rich now, or does she, own any big expensive things, and she would get stared at in public, just all things that were completely new to her at that point. She's 11 years old, and she's only done this one, really majorly significant thing at this point. And in 2012, she did an interview with Dread Central. She reminisced about the early years of her fame, and as an adult, she realizes how, like I said, profound that role in that movie was for so many people. And she realized also, had the realization that she was chosen out of actually 50,000 other kids that were up for that role.
Holy moly.
Yeah. So can you imagine coming to terms with that and being like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So that thing that I did that was like, that like got me all this, got everybody staring at me and pointing at me, and my friends were like, "Are you rich? Can I borrow money?" All this stuff.
It's like, no.
It was you out of 50,000 kids. And can you imagine it'd be like just like a moment of like, oh.
It's like, what the heck?
I can't even imagine. That must have been. I can't imagine just like totally just knowing that, and then coming to terms with like realizing
right
what that actually means.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god! And I was 9 in this thing, and it was like 50,000 kids.
It's like, holy moly!
That is. I thought that was crazy. I would have been like on the floor.
Oh yeah. That's nuts. So in that, when I was mentioning the film Gas Food Lodging, who was also starring in that was Brooke Adams and Lone Sky. So basically, later on in the years, or Ione Sky. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said Lone.
Well, I knew you.
Yeah,
I knew you meant.
Ione Sky.
She was in that Say Anything with John Cusack.
Oh, okay, yeah,
movie.
okay. That's what I was trying to think of, because I know I've heard of her name before.
Yeah.
And I don't know honestly what Brooke Adams has been in.
I don't really recognize that name.
Yeah, and I don't either. At first I was like, is her dad Bryan Adams?
Oh god.
But they're around like the same probably age around that time, so
like, no, that probably doesn't work.
So no, I'm thinking not.
Well, we were speaking of Roger Ebert, the critic saying whatever he was saying about the Resident Evil or whatever that you're talking about. He actually gave Fairuza Balk a lot of praise after she was in the Valmont movie that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Because she was 14. She played the part of a Covenant girl who was being seduced by Colin Firth's character.
Oh.
So he said that even the director, the Milos Forman, said that she was very, very mature. She was the biggest pro out of everybody on set. She was only 14.
Jeez.
And so he had lots of praise for her. And then Roger Ebert was totally impressed with her as well. Gave her a bunch of huge praise about this after this one came out, which of course got her up in everybody's line of vision even more.
Right.
With her talent, because Roger Ebert, that he was the thing. He was the movie guy, dude.
Right, and that's kind of funny too, because in Interview with the Vampire, Kristen Dunst was 11 years old in that one. So not exactly the same, but kind of where she has like a gothic role that she's playing as well, turning into a vampire. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Well, yeah, if you haven't seen that one, you really need to get on that, because that was what, 92 something.
Yep. That was in 94.
94.
And they said that she did excellent.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite roles of hers still. Like I always thought she was really good, but like she just hers took off after that too. So it's kind of the same kind of storyline. So yeah, all of this is happening. Fairuza Balk, she's slowly creating her own, cutting her own little space out in the Hollywood, limelight area. So the one that we're going to talk about, that's the most prominent, the one that skyrocketed her even further, was 1996's The Craft.
Oh yeah.
Which she almost didn't take that role. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, so she was, she said in an interview in 2017 about this, that she was signed up to do a movie called Basquiat at the same time as she signed on for The Craft. The director of Basquiat, Julian Schnebel, what got really mad when he found out that she was attached to something else as well.
Oh.
He called her, cussing her out, all this stuff, and so then she called her agents, and they said, well, we've already gone ahead and accepted the craft because of all that. So
Oh.
that's how. She said it could have been very different because she could have very easily gone the other way had that not happened with him. So.
And you see, and that's the funny thing too, is that they have like their initial acceptance of where they're gonna go, and if there's whatever is going on, or if there's differences, or this and this and this, and then it's either that they decided to go with the other movie, or that they kind of got placed in the other movie and they didn't really want to,
right?
Something of that sort, and it just ends up being a phenomenon anyways.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy.
Exactly, and like she, and like it says, even like 3 weeks into filming it, she had she stated that she was so happy being on that film, and she's so happy that she made that choice. Because who knows what direction the other way. She could have gone on set, and that guy sounds like he was a total nightmare.
Yeah.
And she could have been like the whole time miserable shooting that movie with him.
Right. And so, yeah, obviously she was a huge hit in The Craft.
Yeah.
And she is the lead role in that one. And if nobody has ever seen The Craft movie and you're living under a rock, then The Craft is
1996. It's time to see that.
Yeah, it's a little overdue.
a little bit.
So her character, as her playing the gothic type emo chick, her character forms a teenage covenant with characters portrayed by Neve Campbell. So Wild Things, Scream.
Oh yeah, everybody knows.
Just numerous amounts of things.
You better know Scream.
Yeah. Rachel True and Robin Tooney, which Rachel True, I can't really think of what she's been in.
I can't either.
Yeah, I don't know.
I remember
if
her
it
from
was
that movie, but
yeah, and I don't know if she's just a '90s sensation or what. But
she might be, because I can't think of anything recent.
Yeah, and Robin Tooney. I feel like I've seen Robin Tooney in something.
Yeah, she's been in other stuff. Like, she was in, one that comes to my mind with her, she was in one called End of Days with Gabriel Byrne and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay,
it was the one that Arnold Schwarzenegger did before he left acting.
Okay.
I'm putting up quotation marks.
Yeah.
Because he left to be governor and do that whole whatever thing he did.
Right.
And now he's trying to come back.
Okay.
Which, you know, just lay down.
Oh, she's in Empire Records.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, Empire Records and Encino Man.
Oh, okay.
So that was her film debut.
Okay. I don't remember her in that, but yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, and I don't remember her in that either, honestly. But, that's one of my favorite movies, so I don't mind watching that again.
I know, I haven't seen that in a minute. Yeah, I don't remember her in that one. So yeah, this movie was a massive hit when it came out. It's kind of surprised everybody, including Fairuza Balk. She said that she was really surprised how well it did.
Yeah.
And it actually beat out Clueless in its first week at the box office.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I didn't find the figures on it, but it said that it beat Clueless.
Well, I know in the box office it did $55.6 million, and their budget was $15 million.
Wow.
So they definitely good.
Made some bank on that.
Yeah. So, and it was a surprise hit, actually. Like you said, they beat Clueless, and that was going to be one of the hottest movies then.
Oh yeah, and I love Clueless too. But
yeah, it's pretty funny actually.
I know. And she actually acquired a whole new legion of fandom with this movie. There were people that and ended up at conventions or whatever, just showing up on the street, meeting her or whatever, that were obsessed with her character from Craft.
Yeah.
They would, dress up as him and stuff. Oh, this one, she even said that one time there was a mother and her daughter, and then her daughter's daughter were all dressed up like Nancy.
Oh, that's cool.
That she saw. And she's like, it was just really surreal and weird. And it was really cool. And I'm like, I can't imagine that. Because cosplay is one thing, but it's like there's 3 generations of them dressed up like your character.
You have a lollipop? Oh, right.
Oh,
remember the days of when you were that young and you had a lollipop?
I don't remember. What are you talking about? I don't remember since I was like 12.
Right.
So then after this was really cool. This is really cool. I found this. So she found success shortly after this as a voice actress.
Yeah.
And her first voice acting role was in what show?
Family Guy.
Yes.
Yep.
At its ignition, it was 1999 is when Family Guy started, and she did she voiced Connie D'Amico, that rich rich witch kid at the school.
Oh, okay.
That was the blonde and the red pants and the purple shirt.
Yeah.
So she voiced her for 2 episodes, and then it got taken over by what was her name? Lisa Willicolt.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
So I didn't know that either. And I mean, I'm a huge Family Guy file, so.
And you know what? I don't know if you ever seen it, but I did not know that she played also the neo-Nazi opposite Edward Norton in American History
Oh
X.
yeah, I've seen that. I saw that movie.
Yeah.
Been a long time. Been a long time, but
yeah.
I saw that.
And of course, Vicky Valancourt in The Water
Oh
Boy.
yes, we cannot forget that one. She was actually really funny in that one.
She was, and especially like kind of coming up to the window, and he was like still doing his test.
Oh
like,
yeah,
do you want me
and
to kill
she
them?
holds up that sign that says, "Do you want me to kill him?"
Yeah. And then since 2000, she has appeared in over a dozen films and was briefly in a band called G13.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I didn't
So I was
know
like,
that.
oh, okay. And they're kind of underground rock.
Uh-huh.
So that's kind of cool.
Awesome.
And then, like you said, she done voice work for animated films, TV shows, and video games.
She also did, she did, because in 2002 she did a character called Mercedes Cortez in GTA Vice City.
Vice City, yep. And if you're a gamer, dude,
yeah.
Grand Theft Auto Vice
See,
City
I
is one
even
of the
played
best.
that game back in the day, and I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
And I don't think anybody really did, because you're
probably
just playing the
not.
game and just going and doing whatever.
Right.
Unless you're a super geek and look it up.
In 2003, she voiced Penny in Justice League, which
Yep.
I'm guessing that was that the animated one?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
The cartoon. Because
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think that was a game.
No. I mean, I think they made a game at one point.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise it's just the straight up cartoon.
Okay. And then she was also Lady Clark that year. She voiced in the game Lords of EverQuest.
Yep.
Which I've never heard of that game, but that sounds like something I should play.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds familiar too, you know?
Yeah.
But Lords of EverQuest is, it got released in December of 2003.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's definitely way back in the day.
Yeah.
And I know it was a PlayStation game and PC.
Okay.
But actually, not a PlayStation game, sorry, just PC game.
Okay.
And it got released in December of 2003. And yeah, she did the voice for that.
Cool.
And that was a really good game back then.
Yeah, I guess like I said, that sounds like something I should have played.
Yep.
In 2005, she voiced characters in What Is It, which was a little-known film by actor Crispin Glover.
Oh, nice.
So I also really
creepy
love.
thin man.
Yeah, dude, I love that guy.
That's another guy we're gonna have to cover.
Definitely, I love that guy so much.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about
good.
him for a while, actually.
And another thing that's been kind of cool, in a 2007 documentary, Return to Oz, The Joy That Got Away, was actually dedicated to her.
Aww.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool. So
well,
if you want to know if she made an impact, then there you go.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely, it seems like she had a very short time in the actual industry, but, if you have a lasting impact like that, then, that's really all the longevity that you need.
Right, yeah.
Alright, so then after the short little stint with the voiceover, which was actually about 3 years or so, and she kind of stepped out of that too, she made the decision to kind of step away from her acting and especially like press events and things in the public nature, because... Wait, where am I?
I know. It's the end of the week, so your brain's fried.
So she said that people, like when she did interviews, people would take her words and kind of like mix them around in a different way than what she said them.
Oh, that's nice.
So so it would make her sound like a crazy bad girl, like a dark gothic whatever, just all the time.
Oh, man.
Basically, like they're making her a character from The Craft.
Right.
In real life. So
permanent craft.
Yeah. So so that started to get on her nerves, which it would.
Anybody's nerves, really.
The pressures of acting began to affect her well-being and her mental health.
Oh man.
Which also led her to step away. Which anytime anything affects your mental, I don't care what it is, you need to take a break. You need to make sure that you're because mental health is a huge, especially to the both of us who have mental health problems.
Right. Yeah.
Have had for years personally myself.
Right.
It's one of the worst things you can struggle with.
I have the good old anxiety problems.
I have the good old anxiety disorder and bipolar depression. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go messed up kids.
Right. Yeah. Mark 1 for the messed up kids. No.
But this actually led her to become interested in many other, forms of artistic expression. And when she realized that her acting career was heavily taken over her whole life, she stepped back and focused on other artistic projects. She started focusing on artistic interests elsewhere and was a lot happier for it. Like, painting and the music that she eventually gets into,
right, yeah.
creating, coming up here.
And that's one of those things too. In 2010, Armed Love Militia is Balk's musical outlet.
I love
released
that.
a single, Storm Winds. The track was written and sung by Balk herself. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of cool.
She did one called Wild Lilies.
Oh, nice.
On something that she released an EP sometime that had 3 songs on it. One of them was called Wild Lilies.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was 2016, I think. No, 2019. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
And she actually wrote that as a duet with a friend of hers named Mel Sanson, which I didn't find any other information about, but
she's under wraps.
A very good friend of hers, yeah. The folk song tells the story of someone mourning a lost love, and in the song they are eternally calling out for their love, trying to reunite with them.
Oh.
Which I need to find that song.
Right. Yeah.
Because I didn't know before doing this research that she did music. So.
Right. Yeah. And kind of like what you're talking about for her art stuff, in 2011, so just a year after doing the Armed Love Militia, Balk began to exhibit art in Los Angeles and New York. And on August 4th, 2012, she participated in the group show Mixtape with other notable artists Mark Ryden, Camille Rose Garcia, Jessica Adams, and Marion Peck.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool.
Awesome.
And the artists were asked to pick a song and create art inspired by that song. Balk chose the song, I want to say Nuages? Nuages? N-U-A-G-E-S? Nuages?
I guess so.
I guess so
Unless
too.
it's not an English
Or
word.
Nuages, I don't know. By Django Reinhardt, and created a 16 by 20 by 12 mixed media sculpture.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool.
Right.
And the electric mix of songs chosen were featured for a digital download on iTunes, if you guys are ever curious on that. And in 2017,
I'm sorry.
I'm probably jumping ahead in years, so that's okay though. Well, in 2017, the emo puppet band Fraggle Rock performed a song titled Fairuza Balk on their NPR Tiny Desk concert.
Oh my gosh, dude! Just the fact that they called that Fraggle Rock is amazing.
And I'll be the first to admit it, I never listened to any of their stuff.
No, well, me neither. But I mean, the whole the Fraggle Rock cartoon back in the day or whatever. I used to watch that.
Yeah.
With the puppets and stuff. So that is so cool.
So is Fraggle Rock by the Muppets?
No,
or they're a whole different thing.
I don't know if that was Jim Henson or not. I don't remember.
Well, while you tell some more information, I'm going to look that up.
Yeah, won't you do that?
I will.
Okay, so then jumping ahead to 2020 and the stupid pandemic that happened. Balk spent a lot of time with her father, which when did you say that he died?
2021.
Right. Okay, so it was shortly before he died, I guess. I guess it says he was already having health issues before the pandemic, and I didn't actually say what those were, but. She spent a lot of time with him when the pandemic started, so I'm guessing that was up until when he passed away.
Oh man, that stinks.
Yeah. And that also allowed her to explore even more forms of art, saying that her father was a multifaceted artist who greatly inspired her.
Later.
He taught her, during this time she spent with him, he taught her silversmithing, goldsmithing, and blacksmithing,
Oh.
which she loved.
Okay.
You know,
That's cool.
She said, you know, she was up in the mountains working with metal, and it was great, and, you know, he taught her all that stuff, so.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I knew somebody who could teach me that. That'd be really cool.
Well, let's just go up there. Go to, like, South Dakota and do some mining.
Oh, definitely South Dakota.
But, yeah, I mean, that's always kind of a cool thing. I wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah,
just,
I mean,
like,
either.
do some gold hunting.
Yeah, just learn how to do something that you don't know how to do.
Right, yeah.
I always want to do things like that.
Just dig your pan in there, sift, and find something.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So in this time, she also connected much more deeply with nature.
Oh.
And she began enjoying the natural world and going out into it more, and discovered that was one of her, you know, great passions.
Oh, yeah.
And she actually set off on a springtime road trip across America in 2019. And she, along the way, she posted just like pictures of nature, wherever she was, on Instagram and Twitter and things, and would put captions like, "Oh, this is so beautiful," you know, with what God has given us, things like that. And she also expressed her love of animals during the press tour for Return to Oz, so when she was very young.
Oh, yeah.
That hasn't changed, and she actually has a rescue cat named Turtle.
Oh.
or Tugs for short, as she calls him.
That's super cool.
Yeah. You mentioned the Armed Love Militia.
Yep.
I mentioned this already. Okay, where am I at? Oh, so that song that I mentioned a minute back, that White Lilies one.
Oh,
was
yeah.
A duet.
Yeah.
This is the most personal, actually, piece of her art to her, because it took 8 years to record it.
Holy moly.
And she stated in an interview that it felt right, but she was just really, really glad that it was finally done when she finally finished it.
Oh, yeah.
8 years for one song.
Yeah. I would be glad too. It's like, why is it taking me so long to do this?
Exactly. Oh, and here's something I didn't know, and I don't know how I missed this. It says in 2020, she reprised her role of Nancy when a sequel to The Craft came along.
Oh.
And fans were thrilled to have her back, obviously.
Right, yeah.
And she said that deciding to return to it wasn't easy, and she was initially going to turn it down, but then she discovered that the director told her idea that it was going to be about women supporting women instead of women fighting women.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like the first one, where they were like kind of going at each other,
yeah,
and trying doing things to each other.
Yeah.
And so that actually convinced her to change her mind.
Oh, cool.
And like I said, I've never heard of this anywhere before, so I'm gonna have to find that, because I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Don't know how. And so, I mean, it's set obviously 20 years after the first one. The little description that I did find says that Nancy's living in an insane asylum, which is where she ended the first one.
Yeah, and did you ever see this one?
Huh?
The one that you're talking about? Did you
No,
ever see
like I
it?
said, I've never heard of it until now.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know.
Yeah. It was interesting, because they do talk about Nancy quite a bit. And then there is, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but either in the beginning or towards the end, I think they do get a glimpse of her in the insane asylum, because obviously that's where she took off. You know, the spoiler alert. That's where it happens at the end of The Craft, is that she goes into this, the insane asylum. So they kind of show her in there freaking out some more, and then she kind of calms down and does all this kind of stuff. But like I said, it's kind of loosely of what I'm saying, because I haven't seen it in a while.
I didn't even know it existed until today. When I was doing the rest of this.
And what was the title of it? Craft: The New Legacy?
I didn't even find the title. It just said it was a Craft sequel.
Oh, okay. So Craft 2?
I really hope not.
Oh yeah, by the way, Fraggle Rock is made by Jim Henson.
Okay, see, I kind of thought so.
So it kind of made sense,
I'm kind of like remembering what they looked like.
Right, yeah.
And it seemed like it was, but I couldn't remember if it was or not.
Oh, I was right. The Craft Legacy.
Okay.
Yep, so...
Yeah, at least it's not the Craft 2. That would just be terrible.
Right. And now 20 years later, Craft 2.
Yeah. There's some things you just can't put 2 after.
Right, yeah.
Come up with something else.
Yeah, it's just like, just come up with some idea.
Right. Also, I have here at the end of my notes, just a little thing here. She graduated from the Bush Davies School of Theater Arts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did read about that.
You did read about that?
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then I think she's just kind of low-key, just doing her own thing now.
I think so, yeah. And I mean,
obviously she's still alive, so...
Well, yeah. She actually, she just had a birthday in May.
Oh, okay.
So she's like 51 years old. She's the same age as Michael.
Oh, yeah, that's
Michael
right.
turned 51 in April.
That's right, yeah. Jeez. That's crazy.
All you dang old people. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
I'm kidding. 51 is not old.
Yep, still young.
So she's actually, it did say that she's currently in a relationship with, the actor David Thewlis?
Yes.
You know
yes.
him?
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're in a relationship, which I didn't know about that either. And the only other significant relationship it mentioned, which I already knew about, was she did have a relationship with Crispin Glover.
Oh, okay.
For a while.
Yeah. Back in the day. In the 90s, I think.
That was for a while. They were together for a while. I remember hearing about that because I really like him too. So.
And I don't think she never had kids, right?
No, I didn't find any kids and no siblings.
Okay. So only child and no kids. Got it.
No wonder she was so like, oh, well, we're going to rocket you into stardom because you're the only child.
Right, yeah. Our focus is on you.
Like,
let's go.
All of our hopes are on you right now. Even though, I'm a dancer and I'm a musician, you have to be something.
Right, yeah.
Also, I just want to take a minute here and cite my source, which I know I've been really bad about, but I'm going to do better. It was called Amazing Life 1, and it was a YouTube compilation.
Nice.
So thank you to Amazing Life 1 for all of the information.
And as always, thank you for mine through Wikipedia. You guys are always providing everything, and I am hoping it's accurate as possible.
Yeah. Well, we only go on sources that already exist, and we can only hope that they're at least somewhat accurate.
Right. Yep. And
out of respect for the artist and the respect for the audience and everything. So
just recapping, notable films that she was in, just in case I missed anything. I already stated before, The Craft, The Waterboy. She is in Deuces Wild.
I didn't see that one.
That's a good one.
Is it?
That's a good one.
I didn't see that one.
The Island of Dr. Moreau. American History X. Almost Famous.
Yeah, Almost Famous. I haven't seen it in a long time.
I know. Now that I thought about it, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't Come Knocking. Wild Tigers I Have Known. Humboldt County Imaginary Crimes. And the Gas Food Lodging. Besides everything else that she's already been in.
Okay, great. There's a good number of those that I've never seen. And but the Gas Food, I'm gonna have to look for that one.
Yeah.
That one sounds interesting.
It does sound interesting. Yeah.
Lodging.
So we'll have to make it a time to see that. And then if you're a 90s kid, you obviously know Fairuza Balk. You obviously know who she is. I mean, some people are like, what? Like that kind of name. You're like, who is that again? And you're like, oh, yeah, okay.
You know what's funny is my grandma, because I was leaving and she asked me who we were doing tonight. And I said, her name is Fairuza Balk. And she goes, who?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I knew that you were not going to have any idea who she was.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you've ever seen anything of her. I mean, she doesn't watch movies anyway, so it's like none of these people.
So if you just say Vicky Valancourt from The Waterboy, most likely you'll know who it is.
She actually might remember, because she has seen that one. So she actually might remember that one.
Yeah, see, and there you go, and The Craft. So
no, she's never gonna watch The Craft.
Probably
she's
not.
Never gonna watch The Craft. No.
Or American History X.
No, she's never gonna watch any of that.
No Deuces Wild.
No, probably not.
But
I haven't seen that one, but
yeah. Hat off to you, Fairuza Balk. You did really well.
Yes, ma'am.
Obviously.
And I'm gonna track down your music because, like I said, I did not know that she was doing music before.
Yeah.
I started doing this research, so. I'm gonna have to see if I can't find any of that.
So yeah, that's our topic actress this week. And then, like Chelsea already stated, we're going to do Sarah Paulson next.
Yay! And she's
I don't
got
really
tons
know-
of stuff.
Good, because I don't really know a huge amount of stuff
Oh,
besides
man.
American Horror Story.
I got it, man. I love Sarah Paulson.
So, other than that, you might be taking most of the reins on that one.
All right, that's fine with me. I'll be happy to take those reins.
Figured you'd have no troubles with
I
that.
love Sarah Paulson so much.
So,
She's one of my spirit animals.
oh, she was in Nurse Ratched, right?
Yeah, which you know what? I never got to finish that.
Okay, yeah, me
Started
neither.
watching that, and then I lost my Netflix, so that was the end of that.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how far that got, but yeah.
I don't either, honestly. I mean, I think it's
what
still
I saw,
going, but
the
I'm not
episodes
sure.
that I saw was really creepy.
Yeah,
And
it's
she's so good at being. I mean, she can play anything, but she's so good at being a bad guy. Like, she's so good.
Yeah, and that's, if I can remember right, in American Horror Story, she was kind of like both.
Oh yeah,
So it
she
just kinda
jumped around
depends.
a lot in American Horror
Yeah.
Story. Yeah,
So it just kind of
she was
depends.
just everywhere. Yeah, she's so good.
So, we're going to do Sarah Paulson next week, either Saturday or Sunday. We kind of flip-flop sometimes, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's because the boss can't schedule crap. So
Right.
yeah, that's kind of where that comes from.
All up in the air. So, yeah, stay tuned. If you're listening to us, please subscribe and like. We need more subscribers. We're doing really good. We got 28 so far, and
And
we
also,
only need
just
500.
tell us things in the comments. Tell us
Yep.
if there's stuff that you're hearing that we need to improve on, or tell us, maybe give us some ideas of who you would like to hear us talk about.
Yeah,
Or, you know, because eventually we're gonna run dry of good ones that are really worth talking about. So we'd love to have some fan appointed topics.
Yep. So that'd be a good idea. I mean, that's kind of why I put the poll on there, because I kind of wanted to get people more invested in this, and try to get your opinions on stuff. And a couple people at least voted, and so this is where we're at right now, and I think it did really well.
Yeah, for the first poll, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. So stay tuned for next week. Look out for Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I'm on all those social media platforms.
Like I said, I'm on the Instagram, and I do post the link at least every time we do an episode on there again. So
Right. Yep. So yeah, just look out for us. Spread the word like wildfire, and we just need more subscribers. So
yeah,
let's
tell your friends, tell your bridge club, your bingo league, your whatever you're doing, your theater group. Tell everybody.
Especially if you're in a theater group.
Yeah, should be listening to our weird little podcast experiment here.
Yep. So without no further, or what? Oh, I'm done.
You take 2.
I'm done. Yes. Take 2, please. Take 10. Whatever I need. We bid you adieu.
Adieu.
This has been James.
This has been Chelsea.
And this is Lights
Camera. Action
Podcast.
Podcast.
See, I'm done.